Well, Kansas City is favored over Cleveland in a playoff rematch by 5 points. Is that spread too high or too low, Kenny?
Oh my goodness, it is too low. Come on now. This Cleveland Browns team is not as good as what they showed at the end of last year. They got, let's remember week 17 when they barely beat the Steelers backups. This is a team that is good, not a bad team, but this is not a team that's going to really go blow for blow with the Kansas City Chiefs. Look at how bad this defense was, 25th in DVOA last year. This is a passing game that's really struggled. Odell Beckham catching half of his targets. I have so many qualms with the Browns that it just sounds like I'm playing my greatest hits here. But really, when you look at it, they have a great rushing attack and nothing else. No defense. Baker Mayfield throwing for, under 200 yards in a lot of games. I think it's a pretty one-dimensional attack, something the Kansas City Chiefs to be ready for. And this is a game where I think the Chiefs bully the Browns, kind of humble them a little bit. I think that we see a step back from the Browns this year, just a little bit coming off that high of the postseason. And I think that we get a big 7 to 10 point win or even more from the Kansas City Chiefs in week 1. So I would definitely take this spread. I think it's way too low.
AJ, this is now 5.5 on the DK Sportsbook.
Well, for me, I'm on the opposite side of Kenny here. I think it's a little too high. I think the Browns will keep this one closer, and if it creeps back up, we saw it at 6.5 at one point, and I think if it gets that high, I'll be looking at the Browns to cover the spread. Now, you want to talk money line, I'm all in on the Chiefs here, but I think the Browns are better than Kenny's giving them credit for. I do agree the running game is their primary focus, but if OBJ can get rid of the drops there a little bit more, I think they can add a passing attack too, and I just think this is going to be a closer game than that, and so I'll take at 5.5 here. I'll probably take the Browns to cover the spread, but I would still take the Chiefs on the money line.
All right, Geoff.
Yeah, look, I mean, I'm definitely higher on the Browns than Kenny, but I'm going to have to lean with the KC side on this one. I'm actually surprised this line is falling. I mean, like AJ just mentioned, this one was at 6.5 like a week ago. And I think the Browns were a much more palatable bet there. You maybe even could have got them a +7 if you just pay a little bit more. But look at the boils down to this. You don't really want to bet against Andy Reid against the spread in September. Even you just look back to last year. I mean, they beat Deshaun Watson. They beat Lamar Jackson by multiple touchdowns. Andy Reid is just so good when he has the offseason to prepare. You've got Patrick Mahomes going up against Baker Mayfield. I think that this game is going to boil down to, can Baker Mayfield execute in crunch time? And we know Patrick Mahomes is going to do that. So all things considered, I like the matchup for Tyreek Hill a little bit too much here. And I think it's going to be a little bit too much for Cleveland. And at -5, again, that really got to go on the KC side here for me.